Hi everyone. In this video I want to show you how to use the Goal Seek feature in Excel. And Goal Seek is one type of what-if analysis, which is something that Excel is very good at, helping you figure out if this certain situation happens, what else has to happen. You can definitely do some, quote, number crunching and using Excel to help you do these types of things. So what GoalSeek does is it allows you to test values in a cell to back solve a formula. And what does back solving mean? So it means that you already know the desired result that you want, but you just need to figure out the value needed to reach your desired result. So a good example would be, let's say if I can afford to pay $300 for a car per month. I could use GoalSeek to figure out how much I can borrow and end up with a $300 a month car payment. So you can see how in the example I already knew my end result was $300 per month. I can go back and figure out how much I needed to initially borrow to achieve that $300. So let's see how GoalSeek works. I'm going to go ahead and use this table here. You can see that I do have some subtotals in this table already, just so we've been kind of working on subtotals as well. I just wanted to show you those. So in this example, I have figured out the averages for each group of my sales team. And I can see over here that our sales goal was 1.5 million. They came pretty close, but the average of their sales was 1.3. So I wanted to see if I changed this, the actual average that they came up with, if I changed it to 1.5 million, what would I need to do or have my salespeople do in order to actually meet our sales goal? And let's say that our sales manager, Sharon, she's one of our top sellers. She's been doing really well, and I think maybe she could sell a little bit more. So I think what I'll do is I'll change this to 1.5 million, so that's my sales attainment. And then I want to see what Sharon would have to sell in order for us to get to that 1.5 million as our goal. So let's go ahead and I'll find the What If Analysis button, and you can see I'm on the Data tab. And over here under our Data Tools, you'll see the button that says What If Analysis. If I click on that, you'll see I have the option to use GoalSeek right here. So I'll go ahead and open the GoalSeek dialog box. And you can see it's a pretty simple box. So here it says, what cell are you going to set? And I had already clicked on E10 because that's the cell that I want to, that's where my result is going to be as far as, let me backtrack, sorry. That's where I know what I want my number to be, and then up here is what we're going to make a change as. So, so it already says E10. If you needed to, you could select something else if you didn't select this already. And then I'm going to click down here in the to value box, and it says, okay, what value do you want E10 to be? And we decided that we're going to make it 1.5 million. So let me just type that in. When you're typing in things like this and it's looking at it as a formula, you don't need the dollar signs, you don't need the commas. Okay, next is by changing what cell. So we're going to see if what Sharon would have to do in sales in order for us to achieve the 1.5 million down here. So we're going to change cell E5, which is Sharon's sales attainment. So that's it to the GoalSeek. You just have to kind of figure out in advance what is it that you already know this is the number that we're shooting for is a 1.5. This is the number that we want to see. What is it going to have to be in order for us to get to the 1.5? So let's go ahead and click on OK. You can see it's calculating, and it found a solution for us. So now I'll click, oops, it's not going to let me click over here, sorry. But you can see that it changed Sharon's sales attainment to 2.6. She was at 1.425, so that's a pretty significant jump for her. But you can see that it did. It figured out if we were to get the 1.5 as our sales goal, and again, we're doing an average here, what Sharon would have to sell would be 2.6. So that's a pretty significant jump, but it helps us realize, would this be possible, or maybe we should spread it out over several other people, which might be a better option. So now I have a couple options here. In the Goal Seek status box, it said it did change it to the 1.5 for us. So we can do two things. If I click on OK, the numbers that we show here will stay in my worksheet. If I click Cancel, it will go back to the original numbers that we had. So many times you're just using this as a quick what-if analysis and you don't need the numbers to stay. Maybe you're going to just write them down or create a report or something like that. I could even maybe put that information off to the side even and then go back to my original information. So let's say I wanted to make a note of all that, the number, but I wanted to go back to my original numbers here in my sales table. I could just make note of this, the 2.625, I could write it down or something like that. And then if I click Cancel, see now that everything went back to where it was. So maybe what I want to do, just for kicks, I'll go ahead and just copy. So I selected this and then I'll go click on Copy. And maybe I'll come down here and then just click on Paste. And I wrote down my number, so it's 2625. Actually, I'm just doing this off the top of my head, so sorry if it's not exactly right, but I'm just doing it off the top of my head. Okay, so we went back to that 2.6, but let's do this one more time because I don't know if I did exactly remember it correctly, but we'll go what if, we'll go to Goal Seek, we're going to change our value to 1.5 million. And then we're going to change E5, which is Sharon's cell. Okay, I did remember it right, 2.625. Okay. This time, if I did click on OK, you'll notice that it stayed, the information stayed here. I could also click on Undo if I wanted to, and I could go back to the original numbers. But so maybe down here you might say, maybe you want to put in how to achieve our goals. Maybe I'll say sales goals. Something like this. And maybe, whoops, gosh, it would be good if I could spell. Sorry about that. There we go. And maybe you might pick one or two people from each group and you might put them down here, and then you can kind of do some analysis and decide if that's what you want to do or if it's realistic or not realistic. So anyway, that's what you want to do. That's how you work with your Goal Seek. You figure out what you want a number to be, and then you're looking at another number. What is it going to have to change to in order to achieve your number? Okay, so I hope that this has been helpful, and keep working hard on your assignments, and I will see you next time.